No one is ready for this.
No one is ready for this. Are you ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. Overlap. Hey, how's everybody doing?
First rule of podcasting, don't sing on the podcast.
Okay.
It's
no
recorded.
singing
It's
on
out
the
there
podcast. Forever.
Welcome to the Ashes to Rubies
daily podcast. We're doing our morning devotional, and we got a new thing. Like, we crushed a year of Melody Beatty, Language of Letting Go.
Over a year. Our anniversary of starting this live was on
last week,
April 15th.
Yeah, but it was, there was
April 15th was our
last week.
1 year anniversary of doing that book.
What we want to do is give anybody that likes, shares, comments a free Melody Beatty morning devotional. We have it, and we will give it to you and mail it to you if you are participating in our morning devotional today.
To say, I want the book.
I want the book. I want to put your little virtual hand up.
Exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark.
John likes to use several exclamation marks.
I do. I speak in exclamation marks. Mm-hmm. I was told that when I was running a rehab center. One of the guys, Mark, he thought that the way I communicated was hilarious. And he goes, "You always talk in exclamation marks." And I'm like, I always write in exclamation marks too. And when you correct me, you're like, okay, you can only use, I think it's 3 or 2 max.
Okay. Yes, 3 max. We have a brand new copy of that book that we would like to send to someone. So we are going to move on to...
Sienna wants a book.
We'll do a little draw. We're going to try a new book. We're going to try a new book that you actually can't see the title of. This new book is Daily Reflections by AA members for AA members.
I'm a member. You're a co-member.
So we actually believe that these concepts can be applied to anyone. Like, when I first went to AA, open AA meetings with John.
Remember that?
I was like, oh my goodness, I need this program.
I'm an alcoholic.
I must be an alcoholic. I'm an alcoholic. All of this applies to me.
And I know you too well. And I was like, nope, you're not. This does not count for you. But the reality is, alcohol is not my problem. I solve the problem of alcohol in 10 days, 30 days. Like the substance of alcohol doesn't... I'm not drinking anymore. So that's not even the real problem. The real problem is
your internal spiritual condition.
Yeah, we're disconnected from God.
Your internal malady, your mental obsession.
And so we can all relate to that. And so we might go to substances, but what substances do to you doesn't do the same thing to me.
Look what we found in this book.
That's a bookmark.
This is a ticket for, you can't see it.
Is it the Gloucester Fair?
It's a ticket. I think it must be.
I think it's a Gloucester
general
Fair.
Admission ticket.
And it said Shawn Menendez
to the Superbike exhibit, and tonight opening was Sean Desmond. I don't think anybody knew who Sean Desmond was back then.
I don't think Sean Desmond was really known back then, because that ticket is as old as dust.
There's no date on it though.
And so we are going to give one of these books to anybody that says, I want the book. And we are going to start our new book. So let's start our new book and stop
fascinated by that ticket.
Old ticket.
All right.
So
thank you, Shelley, for your comments, and Guy and Deanna. You'll all be entered into the draw for the book. So we're going to read this morning, April 26th. Happiness is not the point.
What? I wake up wanting to be happy. So I have the wrong point every day.
I don't think happiness or unhappiness is the point. How do we meet the problems we face? How do we best learn from them and transmit what we have learned to others if they would receive the knowledge? And that's a quote from As Bill Sees It, page 306. In my search to be happy, I changed jobs, married and divorced, took geographical cures, and ran myself into debt financially, emotionally, and spiritually. In AA, I'm learning to grow up. Instead of demanding that people, places, and things make me happy, I can ask God for self-acceptance. When a problem overwhelms me, AA's 12 steps will help me grow through the pain. The knowledge I gain can be a gift to others who suffer with the same problem. As Bill said, when pain comes, we are expected to learn from it willingly and help others learn. When happiness comes, we accept it as a gift and thank God for it.
I think that...
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Can you just give us a quick summary of what is a geographical cure?
A geographical cure is when I'm having problems and issues and life is too overwhelming, where I am in my location, I feel that it's better that I switch jobs, or I switch countries, or I switch cities, I switch towns, I switch partners, I switch people, all the things, so that I will get better.
So I've also seen, so we run a course called LifeLab, and we've ran that 4 years in a row, 2 semesters a year, and it's a 17-week program. And I can't tell you how many times somebody has started that course and then halfway through they make some drastic life change. And I thought about that, of like, that is somewhat of a geographical cure too. You start the course because you're in enough discomfort that you're willing to like commit to a 17-week program to try to figure out what's going on inside of you. And then halfway through, decide to quit your job and go to school, or decide to like make this life change, or I'm going to move, or I'm going to sell my house. You get a
little bit of pain relief.
I need to. And I think that oftentimes we do that, right? Like some sort of drastic life change is going to make me feel better. And so, yeah, I just thought that was curious, because I know when I started working my steps this time with a sponsor, I knew, okay, this is a 6-month program. I cannot make any big decisions. And so that meant I had to rethink, like, I can't even get a job. Like, I'm supposed to start looking for, in my head, I thought, okay, I need to start looking for a job at whatever point. But no, I had committed to like 6 months. I'm going to do this course. I'm going to finish these steps. I'm going to do this workshop. No big decisions for 6 months. And so I said to you, John, like, I can't get a job. Like, I'm going to need to put that off. And so what do we need to do? We sat down and did a new budget.
New budget, which I think the gift, or the fruit, or the after the equation, or the work, or the situation, the gift is happiness. And
Right.
so I can't be striving for happiness, but happiness comes as a gift. We just lost our camera.
Is it gone?
No, don't.
Okay.
I
quick.
will.
I can do your webcam.
Yeah. There we are. We're back. We're back on the camera.
We lost our camera.
We lost our cool camera. I even talked about the battery. But I think that what we're realizing is that happiness isn't the goal, which what the world says, and the world apart from, addiction recovery, is like happiness at all costs. You look at social media, and it's like shares, comments, all of those things is like the goal. And you put this like
there we go.
presence on social media that I'm happy. Like, life is so good. Look at my new thing. Look at my how great my kids are doing. Look how great my food. Look at my food that I'm cooking. And it's all about, I am so happy.
People, places, and things are never going to be able to do enough to make me happy inside. If I'm not happy inside, it actually doesn't matter what you do. I'm not going to be satisfied.
So then when we have recovery, when we have obedience, when we have God running our life, when we're God conscious, when we are not separated from God, He actually brings order in our life. He brings peace in our life. He brings comfort, all those things that we try to get from the outside, which actually brings us joy, enjoyment, brings us joy and happiness. And so we can be happy. And like, I think people think that the recovered life, or the Christian life, or a life with God, it's all about self-denial. And it's all about, it's so hard. I see all these people and they have all these sacrifices. But the reality that I live is that this life is better than the life that I would have tried to live or create on my own.
So then when a problem overwhelms me, I need to learn to grow from the pain. And so, I like this last sentence of, when pain comes, we're expected to learn from it willingly and help others to learn. And when happiness comes, we accept it as a gift and thank God for it.
So may you go throughout this day and find happiness out of the pain that you're going to receive. What are you going to tell me?
I just want to tell you that I'm really grateful that you bought that other camera, because you're right. It is a lot better than this camera. You were right.
I was right.
You were right.
All right.
So thanks for joining us for our morning meditation. We encourage you to implement some sort of meditative practice in your day. And it's really helped us.
Join us for LifeLab.
Yes.
It's
Wednesday.
all online. The link is below. If you want to get involved, I will give you a free code. You can become a member and have access to the workbook, the videos, and the Facebook group. And then we will give the winner the new book. a brand new book, not a year read book, but we will give you a new book. If you want the book of Melody Beatty, Language of Letting Go, raise your virtual hand and say, I want the book, and we'll do a draw tomorrow. All right. Peace and love, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Wash your hands, keep the peace, and be of good behavior. And we will talk to you tomorrow.
Bye guys.